Good evening, everyone. It's already 6:30. Ma'am, shall we start because it's already time, but not many have joined right now.
Yes.
I think we should because we always start on time and people join later.
Okay, ma'am.
I think we
Okay,
should.
yes, yes. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you to the Saturday Intellectual Meet. This is the third Saturday Intellectual Meet of this month, and it's on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti. So, beginning the program, I also like to wish everyone a very happy Hanuman Jayanti. I'd like to welcome all the office bearers of ISPEL CG Forum and all the participants who have joined in, the students who have joined in. Today's speaker is Mr. Anil Sharma. I'd like to welcome Sharma sir for the program.
Thank you.
And the chairperson of today's program is Mr. Chandan Soni. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Beginning the program, I'd like to introduce to you all the moderator of today's event, Mr. Rakesh Digresker. Everyone is quite familiar with sir. He is the treasurer of ISPEL. Digresker sir is. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the event, sir. Sir is a very senior teacher in the fraternity of English from Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh, and recently he has joined in as a principal of Swami Atmanand English Medium School, DKP Kota. Congratulations, sir. Sir has a vast experience of attending many international conferences and presented many papers, and he's someone who is also a recognized master's trainer in the state. He has trained many teachers for the last 15 years. A very unique quality of sir is his prolific writing in Urdu. He is a very well-known Urdu poet, and he has attended many state and national sammelans and mushairas, and has also got his ghazals published in various national magazines released from Delhi, Cuttack, Jaipur, and Kolkata. So welcome you, sir. It's such a pleasure always and I'd like to hand over the reins of today's event to you. So happy listening, everyone. Rakesh sir, please proceed with the program, and welcome again, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Devashi, for your kind words. Today's another event, CG Forum, ISPEL Chhattisgarh, another very exciting. And the topic for today's event is also very less explored. And I find very few people taking interest in this topic. The topic is basic sounds of English language and pronunciations, a comparative learning. And the keynote speaker today is Mr. Anil Sharma. He is a very experienced teacher in school teaching. He is working as an upper division teacher in government girls higher secondary school, teacher trainer for last 15 years, and he is also, I want to share that he is also a good tabla player and a good singer also. He has a keen interest in phonetics. That's why he is a well-known teacher of phonetics in our school fraternity. So again today we'll listen his special notes as far as pronunciation and sounds are concerned. So with great privilege and proud, I welcome Mr. Anil Sharma to
Thank
start
you.
his celebration. Sir, please, the mic is all yours.
Okay. Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you very much for saying such a beautiful words for me. I want to thank to Devshri Madam also. She given me opportunity to talk about this topic. For last 3 or 4 years, we were working with Rakesh in Diet Vendra to train our teachers on phonetics. It is one of my very interesting topic to deal with the teachers. You know, this is one of the very best way to learn English appropriately. And this topic is almost sometimes uh, not very touched by the trainer and teachers in our school and college life, but for appropriate use of English language for the sounds, we should learn it. Today, I am going to talk about the basic sound of English language and pronunciation, comparative learning. Friends, we are from Chhattisgarh, and this area is the teachers from various school. Uh, we were dealing with them. They are from Hindi medium schools. They are Hindi spoken people. So they learn this sounds, the sounds of English language through Hindi very easily. So, you know, already there are 26 alphabets in English language. They are, you already know, the alphabets are divided in basically three parts. Very first one, five pure vowel letters, then two semi vowel letters, and the next 19 are the consonant letters. But these 26 letters makes sounds, total number of sounds are uh, 44, but sometimes we consider them as 49 sound, adding the triphthongs. I will talk about the sounds, vowel sounds, which are very useful to learn English. Actually, all these sounds are uh, very useful to pronounce or speak in English. The materials are already available in various platforms of our study material like Google and etc. Different kind of books. But the learning, the learning of these sounds may very easy if we learn for the Hindi speaking people. This uh, this vowel sounds in Hindi, just like we learn already, e, a, o, and is not there in English. So the basic sounds, single vowel sounds. This single vowel sounds starts with in a comparative study with a. A is the very first beginning sound in Hindi. Uh, the of this is totally different than the Hindi. Actually, in Hindi, suppose we write a, the sound of the letter is a. So is like cuckoo. Cuckoo is a bird and it speaks cuckoo. But uh, I can say the English is totally different. Like, you know, dog. Dog is a name of an animal and it sounds bhong. So the English language, the alphabet doesn't have the sound like Hindi. So I want to start the sounds the very first beginning sound of Hindi is A. English has three A, very smallest and just ends. It is in now this word up. It is in initial place. Sometimes we find this in middle place also, like but. But starts and just it follows by ta and it ends. There is no gap between ba and ta. So but is the a sound, very smallest a sound, uh, finding in the middle place. Next to a is some longer, like always, appropriate, aware. It is starting from initial and it is some longer than the up. So it is some longer sound. So Hindi has only one a, but English has, this is the second one. English has a third a also. It is very long. Initial place like earn, and in the next place turn. So we take some extra time. So English has three a, very short, some longer, and the longest one. In the so a is three sound in English. Next sound in Hindi is a. English has three a also. It is very first, it is just like a in Hindi, like ask, like task. So a is as well as in Hindi. The next a is like in between a and o, like off, like doctor. This a is some different. It is not in Hindi. It is used, it is pronounced as a and in between a and o. So it is sometimes some longer also, and the pronunciation level is also some different. But there is a third a also in English that takes more time than the next form, toss. So form, we don't pronounce those raw sound in English which comes without vowel in either final place or in middle place. So we use to this or sometime to show that raw. We have e in English like in Hindi, small e and big E, longer E. So it is the symbol of this. You can see the symbols in different platform also. So small E is like sit, sit, sit. So it is the verb. But when we use this spelling SEAT, seat, so the meaning is different. We can differ the meaning or appropriate meaning by showing appropriate using the appropriate pronunciation of word. So beat. At the same time, English has sound like in Hindi, small and longer one. U sound is like put, put, and big or long like boost. So the English has small u and u sound like in Hindi. And last one, English has a and a sound. A like pen, pen, and like pan, PAIN, like bat, 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 like uh, a sound, PEN, pen, TEN, ten, and a has a very much words are there using a. Already you know, American English has no a sound, so all time they use a. We pronounce in British English dance. American pronounce it dance. So this a is very using vowels, single vowel. Now English has another vowel series that is called diphthong. Diphthong means joint of two sounds. The way of learning e ending sound like I, 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 and I. A, H, A, H, type, sky, and next last one is oil, like coin, oil. So this song is first next is a ending diphthong. It starts with E, A, and U, but ends with A, like ear. Very first sound, ear, like YEAR, ear, tear, gear. Next one is air. It starts with A and ends with A, air. AIR, air, pair, dare. This type of words are used for by this sound. And last like tour, TOUR, like poor, POOR, poor. So this one is the uh, ending diphthongs. Last is U ending diphthongs. This diphthong has only two sounds. Ow, ow, and u, ow, like open, like couple, bottom. And next sound is last u ending diphthong is ow, like trouser, cow, about. So the total number of diphthongs are 8. So almost we study this, we learn this 20 sounds. We consider there are 20 vowel sounds in English, but we see a number of words which has diphthongs also. Diphthong has an special quality. All diphthongs end with a sound, and these diphthongs made by the diphthongs. It is made by e ending diphthongs and u ending diphthongs. Like a, a is e ending diphthong, and diphthong. A is a diphthong. When we add additional a in this diphthong, this convert into diphthong. A, a, a. This is diphthong. Like layer, like player. A, this is the sound. So it is diphthong. I is also a diphthong. I diphthong, when a is additionally added at the last, then it sounds like I, like layer, layer, fire. We almost pronounce this word fire, 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 but it is fire. So the correct pronunciation of this word is pronounced with I. So this is diphthongs. Now I want to describe about the u ending diphthongs, and we add a additionally, and it uh, converts into uh, a diphthong. O, O is a diphthong, and when we add additional a, then it convert as a diphthong over, like lower, like mover. And the last one is, it is also u ending diphthong, and we add a here, like ow. Ow is a diphthong, and when we add a, then uh, it is sounds like hour, like power, power, hour. So I can say there are 5 diphthongs also. So 12 pure vowels, single vowels, 8 diphthongs, double vowels, and 5 triphthongs. There are totally uh, 20 plus 5 is 25 vowels. So We should learn these all vowels to pronounce the words very appropriately. It will very helpful for moderating same time to fast speaking also. The consonant English has 24 consonants, but the consonant letters are 19 only. 19 consonant letters makes 24 sounds. As Hindi has a series of alphabets, it's our consonant letters starts in Hindi with ka. So in ka series, there are three sounds, consonant sounds in English. Very first one, ka. Ka sound is made by K, sometimes C also. So ka is a sound in English, same time in Hindi also. In this ka series, ga is also a sound. It is consonant sound. It is found in Hindi, in English, in Hindi, same time. Ga, a number of words starts with ga, like gate, like gam, gather, and another sound almost the learner has to understand this sound. It is like ang, and it comes almost with the association of spelling ing. Ng comes together, and it sounds like ing, like sing. Si, then ing, sing. And another spelling also, sad, song. Is a sound which is as a consonant in English language. Then there is cha series. Cha is there in Hindi. Cha, cha, ja, cha, etc. But we have to understand some sounds, some consonant sounds are not in uh, English. Cha, cha is there like judge, change, and then there is ja. Ja sound has three variety in English language. Ja, pure ja, like jug, J for jug. Next one is like z. It is. It can be seen in Urdu. Zoo, zarurat. In English, zoo, z, zebra. And last one is. It is mostly used in American English. It is. It sounds like z, z, television, television. So this j is different than j and za. Hindi has a series of consonant. It starts with ta sound. Ta is not there in English, but in this series, tha is in English. Tha, it it is spelled with th. Tha, thanks, thought, thank you. The is also there in English language. In English, almost the is spelled with the th. the, there, those, and at the last there is na. Na is also in English language. So in this the series of Hindi, there is only 3 vowel sounds. In ka series there are 2, there are 3, and cha series has 4, cha, and then three type of ja. In the series of Hindi, there is tha, the, and na. There are 3 sounds of consonants. Next one is pa series of Hindi. This series ba, pha, ba, bha, ma. All 4 sounds are there in English at the same, but bha is not there in English. P for post, P for parrot, then fa is spelled with F and even with PH also. But sometimes we differ this both sound in spoken. PH is pure fa and F is spoken sometimes some slightly fa. Then ba, B for bat, bulb. This sound is also available in English as well as in Hindi. Yeah, the keynotation of this sound is not like here, but we write it as ja. We write it as J, small j. Ya, like yes, yacht. Ra, ra is also there. Wrong, right. Ribbon. L, we make la sound by this letter. La. English has 2 type of wa sound. One is V sounds like wa, and W also sounds like wa, but there is some basic difference in pronunciation. We make our lips round when we pronounce wa by W. White, what, where. But when we pronounce wa by the spelling V, we don't make our lips round like violin, when. So this is the basic difference. In this series, there are 5 sounds. Then sa, English has only 2 sa sound. Hindi has 3 sha sound like sa, sha, and sha. But English has 2. Almost the sa, very first sa, like sight. So this sa is made by almost time, hence there is no compulsory of spellings, but we see often this sa is made by S, and there is an we make this sound by the spelling sh. We do pronounce the c C sound also is sa, like cinema. When this C comes before I, E, or Y, then we spell it, then we pronounce it as sha, and this is sa saroteka. Sa. Then ta. In this series, there are only two consonant sounds, ta and da, as well as Hindi, ta, tomato, tomato. And da sound is also there as well as in Hindi, doll, desk, dare. And lastly, there is ha sound also as well as Hindi and English. H for hand. So there are totally 24 consonant sounds in English language. So English has 20, there are 26 letters, but the number of sounds are 24 consonant sounds and 20 vowel sounds. And if you add the triphthongs, 5 triphthongs, then there are 49 sounds. So these basic sounds are very, very important to pronounce the words, to speak properly. And for speaking, some characters are also used in English. They are very, very useful to pronounce correctly. Syllable and uh, stress are also play a vital role to speak and to lead out. You know, Hindi is a time syllable language. Hindi, in Hindi, we give appropriate and equal time to all the sounds, but in English, there are a way to pronounce the words to stress in particular place. There are syllable. Sometimes when we see the word are very small word, they are suppose a noun word or adjective word, we stress in the very initial place of the word. They are louder and longer. They are called the primary syllable. Primary stress place. So we stress in the primary place even. Then we use the stress, some shorter and some quieter even, like disappear. Disappear has not a particular pitch point to pronounce this word, but sometimes some word has no particular stress place. uh, we pronounce those words as a flat way, like prepare, prepare. So this is the uh, stress place where we have to give stress. We don't give equal time to the all sounds of the words. So giving stress is also very, very important factor of this English language. Loudness, duration, pitch, and which creates the actual rhythm of English language. Once again, I want to say loudness, duration, and the pitch. These create the rhythm of English language. It is very, very important to talk in accent way. The main objective of learning all these things are to speak in accent way. This is the harmony of English. Then we use the intonations also to express our idea in proper way. Very first, I want to say the falling tone. Falling tone is used where suppose we are using this in question word, then the question should be in WH question form. And sometimes we use this when our idea is very clear and our statement is clear. We want to use this falling tone in this, mostly in this way. When we want to give some time for answer to the opponent, then we should use the falling tone. Especially we should use the falling tone with to talking with the initial level students, with the child. Children are sometimes we see they are very afraid to the teachers, and they don't feel comfortable with talking with the teacher. So when we want to be very close to the student, we should use the falling tone. Suppose I say the student, suppose I ask the student, why are you late today? So he will feel very close and he will answer very comfortably. But when we use the rising tone, the rising tones are almostly used for giving no time to the person who has to answer. It is used for interrogation sometimes. So it is used not to give any more time to answer. So the rising tone is very useful. Suppose I want to ask someone, would you like to have tea? Would you like to have tea? So there is not very much chance to tell about very in vast way, yes or no. So when we don't want to give any more time, enough time to answer, then we use the rising tone. Rising and falling tone goes similar sometime when we are uh, pronouncing the words which are same in character. Suppose the name of the city, suppose Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, and Madras. So at the last, we can fall our tone to show the finishing point. It is the way to use the uh, falling in rising tone. Sometimes we use the falling in rising tone at the same place to show our doubt. Like suppose I ask someone to give his pen to me. Suppose he gives me his pencil, I can say, this is a pen. So we can use the falling and rising tones together. It is very, very important thing to use these aspects of English language. We can use these tools to make our uh, speaking very effectively, to for good conversation. These are very, very, these will be very useful, and I hope this session will be uh, would have very useful all those new learners which who are learning for the English language, and they can use uh, this uh, sound, whatever I described as a vowel sound, consonant sound, diphthong, and the all these feature will make the speaking very well. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to ask the participants, please, if you have any questions regarding this lecture, please go ahead and unmute your mic and speak out. Does anyone have any question? I don't see any in the chat box. Uh, Please speak out, unmute your mic and present your question. Please put forward. Okay, sir. I think the session was very interesting and very meaningful as far as the introduction of consonant sound, vowel sounds, and diphthongs and triphthongs. Now, I would like to invite our chairperson, Mr. Chandan Soni. Before I ask him to take over the mic, I would like to give a brief introduction of our learned chairperson today. Mr. Chandan Soni is working as assistant professor in Department of English, Government Digvijay PG College, Rajnandgaon. He is holding an MPhil degree and he has done his certificate course in translation. In 2013, uh, he secured a gold medal in ML linguistics. He also bagged gold medal for ML linguistics. 2013, he did his diploma in French. He qualified English language proficiency test from IFLU, Hyderabad. He is
and we have come to, I mean, we have listened about triphthongs, but for the first time we came across triphthongs. So I wanted to I had a request to please pronounce the triphthongs once again. Please elaborate the triphthongs maybe in 5 minutes, with the three elements of each triptych. That what elements, like in A, day, say, that diphthongs we remember, but triphthongs we have forgotten. So please brush us up.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Actually, sir, triphthongs or uh, uh, adding additionally in diphthongs. Very first one is a. Then when we you add additional then it makes a year, like layer, player. So three sounds being produced togetherly, so it is triphthong.
Okay.
I I is a diphthong. Then ire, like liar, fire. So it is triphthong.
Okay.
Next one is uh, u ending diphthong. There are only two u ending diphthongs, like ow, over, lower, mower, and last one is ow, hour, like hour,
Sir,
hour.
please tell us the three elements, like the
Yes,
three of the triphthong in power.
G. Yes, power.
A is
Ow.
there, U is there, and the third one,
Third one is
our. Okay.
power.
Okay. Au and
We
our.
don't pronounce the w, w
Yes.
as a w, but we pronounce it as a
Yes.
power.
Yes.
Yes.
That was my question also. So nice of you, sir. And you presented the entire talk in such a colloquial way that we enjoyed it more. And I think
Thank you.
for each topic, we need a class. We need at least 1 hour.
Yes, yes, yes.
And very beautifully, you compared the English sounds along with the Hindi ones. What
Thank
I
you.
observed is that uh, basically in India, but with special reference to Chhattisgarh,
Yeah.
the difficulty in learning the sounds of English have multiple reasons. The very first reason I find is that we don't happen to come across the RP pronunciation.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Since we don't have teachers, we have Indian teachers, we have
Sure,
Chhattisgarhi teachers.
sure,
So
sure.
the way our teachers have taught us, we learn English exactly in that way. And other thing, second problem for learning English sounds is that we have the comparative chart of Hindi. It is
Yeah.
helpful, and at the same time, it is a hurdle as well
Yes,
to
yes, yes, yes.
pronounce exactly the English sounds. And the third barrier is that we have the linguistic habits of our mother tongue. The regional impact, whatever our mother tongue is, that works as a hurdle. Like we don't say that it is not acceptable, but when a person speaks English, we can uh, with minute observation we can make out that from which region the person belongs. Like I
Sir, sir.
have a few examples. I remember two examples that you gave, the the retroflex t and the t, English t, and t, tomato and tomatoes. 10,
Yeah.
10. That is very prominent and distinct.
Yeah, yeah.
And same is the damru and desk, desk and desk. So that becomes very interesting when we teach these things in the class, and especially when for the first time I came to know about the f sound of English. That we always pronounce the English f in Hindi, like fal fool. It is phal
Yeah,
fool bilabial,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
everyone uses fal fool labiodental fal
yeah, yeah,
fool instead of phal fool.
yeah,
So that these are the hindrances, and some examples I remember, like the Tamil speaking people, they have like when they pronounce e double g egg, they would say yeg because
yeah,
egg
yeah, yeah, yeah,
is not there in their phonology. And similarly, a Telugu person, when he says zoo, he says Jew because the sound is not there in
yeah,
his
yeah.
phonology. And uncle, he would say uncle.
Sir, 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 sir.
Going to Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, we find the problem that half sa sound is not pronounced. Like school, instead of school, they will say school.
Yeah,
They say stamp paper, not stamp paper, but stamp paper.
yes, 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 sir.
And
Regional effects are there, sir.
yes, sir. But those are very interesting. That make us more Indian. When we
Sir,
go to the eastern regions like Odisha and Bengal, we find that the V is missing. So they say Biswas.
Biswas, yeah,
Satya Biswas. Their surname also, it is not Vishwas, it is Biswas.
yeah,
And their very good is very good. V
very,
instead
yes.
of, it is, they say Bha. Beautiful. So these things are really interesting, and that make us, that compile the whole Indian English, I believe. So again, I congratulate Anil sir, Rakesh sir, and Devashri madam, and all the CG forum of Chhattisgarh, our president Garcha madam, and our patron Kirti Tiwari madam, and our All India president Ghanshyam sir. That today it became a very live and uh, full of examples, very lively talk. It was not a lecture but a talk. I congratulate everyone, and I thank once again for getting the opportunity of chairing the session. Thank you so much, everyone. That's all from me.
Thank
Thank
you, sir. Thank you for summing up the session. Now
And
I
I
would like,
believe that we would have more sessions from Anil sir, for
sure, sir, sure, because
especially designed
this,
for English teachers of Chhattisgarh, like school teachers, as well as for uh, if we can educate the teachers. You are already a teacher educator. If we can
yes,
uh, teach good pronunciation to the teachers, naturally our whole entire coming batches of students will be get benefited. So we look forward to more sessions from Anil sir.
thank you, sir.
sure, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be looking forward to call him again. And now for felicitation program, I would like to again hand over the mic to Dr. Devashri Chakravarti. He will proceed further in this regard. Please, Dr.
Thank you,
Devashri
Rakesh sir.
Chakravarti.
Thank you, sir. Thank. Firstly, I'd really like to thank Anil Sharma sir. Thank you, sir, for such an enlightening lecture. I kind of experienced nostalgia when I was listening to you because I remembered my classes during MPhil, and when we were doing that, sorry, not in MPhil, in PG actually, we opted for the linguistic paper, and we went uh, we went through all these phonetic symbols and sounds, and it was I was reminiscing those days when I was listening to you. Thank you so much for this lecture, and it was really a learning experience because uh, most of us we actually are unable to pronounce correctly, and that creates a lot of miscommunication and misunderstanding. So thank you for this lecture, and as Chandan sir said, we will certainly have more of your lectures in our forum so that our children and all our teachers can benefit. Thank you, Chandan Soni sir, for summing the lecture beautifully. Each and
Thank
every
you.
point you have taken up so nicely and brought out the gist of the entire talk. Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure listening to you too. And Rakesh sir, as what can I say? You were an excellent master of ceremonies. You handle means you coordinated the entire event beautifully, and thank you for being there as the moderator of today's event. The certificates are. Thank you, sir. Just a second. That's I think yeah, sir. Sharma said this. Yeah, could you please mute the audio? Yeah, yeah. Thank you. The certificates are actually ready, but I'm at the limits. I'm not able to. Yeah, okay. I spell Nurul is presenting the certificates. Thank you, Nurul. I didn't know that you had noticed the message. So I'd like Darcha ma'am to present this certificate of appreciation to our speaker and to chairperson and moderator. Ma'am, Darcha ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Devashri.
Yes.
It was indeed a pleasure to listen to the speaker today. It was, as you said, a great learning experience. And, it's a humble duty to extend our appreciation and recognition for the services which they have rendered. So, as a token of appreciation, I would like Nurul to please flash the certificates. Nurul?
It is being flashed, ma'am.
It's not visible on my screen.
It is visible, ma'am. Anil sir, Anil Sharma sir. The certificate is there. Yes, ma'am.
So this certificate of appreciation goes to Dr. Mr. Anil Sharma for his professional competence, expertise, and support rendered. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us.
Thank
This
you.
is a token of appreciation. Please accept it.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. I am very much grateful to all of you.
The next certificate goes to Rakesh ji for. The next certificate goes to Dr. Mr. Chandan Soni for chairing the session. It's very difficult task, to coordinate what the speaker has said and then finally summing up and then putting your own inputs to match what the speaker has said. You have done it beautifully, and I agree with Chandan sir that such lectures should be conducted regularly so that our teachers as well as our students benefit from it. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Chandan sir, for
A
beautifully
pleasure,
summing up
ma'am.
this.
My pleasure. And ma'am, I also have one more suggestion.
Right. Welcome,
We can
welcome.
also invite sir to our college as well.
Definitely,
For a
definitely,
students.
definitely, sir, definitely. A
Yes.
very good suggestion. Next, as a token of appreciation, this certificate goes to Rajesh ji. You have really beautifully, sailed the boat, I should say, right from the commencement of the event to the culmination point. And you have really mastered the ceremonies as a moderator. Thank you so much for your efforts and services. I
Thank you,
feel
ma'am.
as grateful to you. And this
Thank
is
you, ma'am.
as a token of appreciation. Please accept it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Over to you, Devashri ma'am.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you everyone for joining this Saturday intellectual meet, and I hope it has been a learning experience for all of you as it has been for me. And we will be meeting again next Saturday, which will be in commemoration of the birth anniversary of William Shakespeare. So hope to see you all there in the next event of ISPEL CG Forum for the April month. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. See you all of you soon, very soon next week. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Devashri. It's been a wonderful event. And thank you,
Thank you,
Archana
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you, Chandan sir. Thank you, everyone, for being with us today.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and goodbye.
Bye.